Right now, we know that Donald Trump is going to try to pull any rabbit out of a hat to at least pretend like he is trying to lower costs for the American people. We also know that the key to Donald Trump's heart is through flattery, preferably flattery that is easy to read, has lots of pictures, and maybe even includes some gold accents if you're like really trying hard. Well, this weekend, Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Bill Pulte pulled up to Mar-a-Lago with a piece of poster board and a dream to sell Trump the idea of the federal government backing a 50-year fixed-rate mortgage. Now, the poster board was titled Great American Presidents, with a photo of FDR below the headline 30-year mortgage and a photo of Trump below the headline 50-year mortgage. See, nice and simple. He even has a gold bar at the top. He did the extra work. We know what it looks like because just 10 minutes later, Trump was apparently sold on the idea and posted it on Truth Social. I mean, if it gets him in the Great American Presidents Board, why not? Now, White House officials were reportedly completely blindsided by the idea. No policy meetings on this one. And it quickly drew backlash from every corner of MAGA world. That's because even by Trump's standards of funny math, and he's got a lot of it, there's no way around how bad of a policy this idea is. Here's his defense on Fox News yesterday.
Your housing director has proposed something that has enraged your MAGA friends, which is this 50-year mortgage idea. So a significant MAGA backlash, calling it a giveaway to the banks and simply prolonging the time it would take for Americans to own a home outright. Is that really a good idea?
It's not even a big deal.
I think it is. Joining me now is my colleague Stephanie Ruhle, host of the 11th Hour, and an expert on many, many things, including all things money. Stephanie, what a delight to end my show today with a nerding out with you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so let's just start. I mean, Trump said the 50-year mortgage deal is not even a big deal.
After he said it was a game changer.
After he said it was a game changer.
Before the backlash, it was a game changer. After the backlash, no big deal.
All of the things. I mean, there's lots of backlash here happening. I mean, we all know you don't even have to be an expert like you on all these things to know that about the cost of interest rates. So break down what this would actually look like in practice, this 50-year mortgage.
Okay. So on its face, it would lower your monthly payments. And we know for a lot of people, they're like, great, if it's, $200 less a month, I'm in. However, because it's 30 years, not 50, it's 50 years, not 30 years, you would be paying for another 20 years. Most likely, your interest payments could be almost double. The banks would charge you more to finance it because it's going to take that much longer to pay the thing off. And just think about this. Right now, the average age for a first-time home buyer is 40 years old. The oldest it's ever been, which means you will be 90 by the time you pay this thing off. And the average life expectancy of an American is 79 years old. Mm-hmm. So think about the crisis that will come down the line when family members inherit their parents' homes, and then they still have a big mortgage to pay off. And I want you to think about this. So suddenly, monthly costs are lower. You may have a flood of people stepping in to buy homes. But the other problem with housing is we don't have enough supply. Mm-hmm. So now more buyers are coming in the market. There is no new supply. And guess what? Building houses costs more these days. Do you know why? Because of the tariffs, because lumber, because labor, because materials are all costing more. So that's why you saw this big backlash. And the backlash from MAGA said this is bad politics and it's bad policy.
It's remarkably both. I mean, it seems like it was a bridge, as you said, even for MAGA folks. Obviously, a lot of people in the business community. I mean, this is a kind of a giveaway to banks in many ways. This is part of the argument here. Why do you think it was a bridge too far for even all of them?
Well, because listen, they're all realizing, as well as the president, what was the last election? First of all, what was Trump's 2016 election about? Affordability. Mm-hmm. What was Joe Biden's win about? We were coming out of COVID in a financial almost depression. It was about affordability. And what was Trump's win this time about? People were unhappy with inflation. They voted for Donald Trump. Then they just voted for Democrats a week ago. Affordability is the whole ball game. And the president just a week ago said he's sick and tired of hearing about that. For Bill Pulte to come in to see the president at Mar-a-Lago over the weekend and suddenly say, I've got a plan, other members of the White House are saying this isn't how the system operates. And now you've got the Treasury Secretary having to go on TV all weekend unprepared to defend this because, again, bad politics and bad policy.
Yeah, I mean, when you've lost the rest of the cabinet, you know it's bad. Okay, this is not his only bad math. I mean, you talk about all these things. He's also promising $2,000 checks to Americans again, supposedly paid for by tax revenue. Tell me about the math on this one.
This one is a biggie, but what it does tell you that's really important is that he knows. You know what matters to the American people? Not cultural issues, not foreign policy, money. Because one of his big wins when he was the president the last time, politically, was sending those checks, those stimulus checks out to the American people while we were dealing with COVID with his name on it. That gained him a lot of political points. He would like to get those points again. But this idea that suddenly we're going to be writing checks for $2,000 to the American people, it doesn't add up. Right? It would cost $600 billion for every person to get a check that much. Even if we get all the money we're expecting from the tariffs, it would be half of that. And the president has been giving out the tariff money like it's his job. Right? He already said, oh, all the money we're bringing in for the tariffs, we're going to pay down the debt. $37 trillion. We can't do that. We can't do, and not to mention, the Supreme Court is now making a decision whether or not these tariffs are even lawful. And if they're not, he's going to have a very difficult time paying back the billions of dollars to American companies, plus now this $2,000 check to people across the nation. Again, the math doesn't add up. It shows that the president realizes the economy, economics are a vulnerability for him, and he's looking for a political win. But when he looks in that piggy bank, the money's just not there.
Not a mathematician, that Donald Trump. Stephanie Ruhle, we'll be watching your show. It starts in an hour and 4 minutes. Thank you so much for joining us a little early tonight.